Segovia, back with another video. Hope everyone out there's having a good day, y'all. We got a good one today. We ain't gonna talk too much. Let's get into it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Years ago, America sent a team to South America to study the caves in Colombia, the hieroglyphics. They didn't know how to crack it, but they knew eventually they would. They didn't realize it would take 150 years. Later, they cracked it, and they took the pictures and drew them. And here's what it said. White man, one day the white lady will do to your children what you have done to ours. Back then, cocaine wasn't called the white lady. The number one drugged out state in America today is Vermont, not Chicago, not Harlem. 81% of everybody that OD today while we sitting here is white folks. More white folks die every day from cheap heroin than die from automobile accidents and homicides. As we sit here, the universe, the rhythm.
And they tell you the truth, like always.
The alien ambassador is already here.
Whoa.
Not her. Him.
Hey, what's up, dude? You're an alien? All famous people are aliens. I'm not. I meant like really famous people.
It's just so obvious, I'll show you more in a second. But really quick, let me ask you this. Why is every Super Bowl, every Olympics, and any other main event always consumed by aliens? And of course, they're showing me mantis aliens. Teen girl abducted by praying mantis aliens. And this right here was the first alien commercial for this Super Bowl. Look at his hand. Why would he do that? It's not rocket science, y'all. They're saying that all the famous people are alien because they're not of this earthly plane, but of this outer dimension. And you know, these white aliens are supposed to be the good aliens out of all the other aliens that help humanity. Kind of like, you know, when those fallen angels came down to help humanity. And white trying to appear pure because, you know, Satan masquerades as an angel of light. Remember, like, Kendrick was surrounded by the people in white the entire time and they were the only ones left standing? Not everyone that looks human is human, and there's a great delusion coming, and they're straight up telling you. Remember Lil Wayne's I am not a human? And the worship of these fallen angels continues. Nah, I'm just being stupid.
You just don't get it yet, do you? Elon Musk is not from the U.S., but yet he seemingly is running the U.S. Time magazine has featured him in the Oval Office sitting at Donald Trump's desk. Many people are saying President Musk as a trolling joke. However, this seems to be the case because he's coming in and he's changing everything. But what I want to bring up is this woman, once again, who said she was his nanny. She said this years ago before he has risen to power in the U.S. Remember, she said this when he was doing his rocket stuff. Now he has slithered his way into the White House. Think about it. It is so ironic that she said that homie was opening portals. She even asked, is this guy the Antichrist? Is your son the Antichrist? She said no, but he will introduce the mark. Whether you think this woman is crazy or not, isn't it weird how she said this years ago and now all of a sudden Elon Musk is in the White House? How? Not to mention his best friend is Donald Trump randomly. Not to mention homie doing the Roman salute on stage, which at first I said I didn't think he was doing it. Whether he was doing it or not, I mean, this is weird. Not only that, he has access to everyone's information, social security number and everything. They said that he's trying to reset the whole U.S. system, the whole system that's been a thing. He's trying to reset it. Hence, one world monetary system, pay attention. He's trying to introduce it. And mind you, he is very intelligent. He can do so. Let's not forget Rocket Man. He's trying to get through the firmament to get to the space, to live on Mars. And he's creating all these different robots, all these different things. Homie has his hand in everything so far. And he's not even from the United States. He's African American. Haha, no pun intended.
Secretary, I hear you like Young.
Children is about adrenochrome.
Yeah, they try to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing.
You don't care how people feel about the ritual. It's about just following the ritual work. You can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be clear.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with? with the chief commander. On this earth? And on this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
Comment book to learn more about consciousness.
You know what's so crazy that it hit me? Didn't hit me, but things I've been asking about that. He's on on the Grammys, national TV. He was on a song that went super viral, calling somebody a PDF file. Excuse me. And nobody's even batting an eye about that. Nobody. They're talking about it on TV that he was on there saying it. Nobody's questioning Drake, like, because that's not something you call somebody for nothing. That word gets people offed. And nobody's even asking, like, wait, let's do some investigating.
Cameras, and they're capturing the front line 24/7, and people are posting when they can't explain what they're looking at or what their security camera captured, and we're looking at something that resembles, I don't know what it resembles, guys. We don't have the answers. We're not experts. We're just experts at getting the video footage as fast as possible to the public. And this video was just put on our table just moments ago. I want to get your thoughts. Brent, what's yours?
But the more I look at it, there's these attributes to it that makes it seem like this is actually the real deal. We see this light. It approaches, and two of them, then they absorb and they hit the ground there and kind of do this leapfrog.
I cannot explain what this is. This does not look something natural like ball lightning or swamp gas. Nothing like that. I cannot imagine there is a natural explanation for this. This, to me, fits what a UFO is.
That's crazy that that's in shallow waters. That's not a good thing. That's kind of like the equivalent of the world coming to an end and we have to go live off grid. Like we go live in the woods out of our comfort zone. That's kind of what that is. Like what's going on down there, that he's coming to a different part of the world.
Yes, what the number one most stolen thing out of Target is, out of anything else.
Gum? No?
I'll give you a hint.
I would think something you can slip into your pocket.
I'll give you a hint. Oh,
Okay.
yes. It's women and something that's just dropped in their purse. It's nail polish.
Nail polish?
More than anything.
Really?
Yeah.
So they just walk by and they just go, I can get away with this?
Yeah, just grab it.
And
I
you
think-
catch them on cameras? Is that how you bust them?
Yeah. And so that's the thing a lot of people don't realize. I tell them, like, don't steal from Target, man. Like you will send your picture to all the other stores and they will memorize your face.
I'm really starting to feel bad for Kodak, y'all. Maybe something did happen to him while he was in prison. Because this man is not normal no more. This is not the Kodak I'm used to. The Kodak I've been seeing is the one that looked like he was perked up. And he never came back down, y'all. It's a sad sight to see for real. And then the people around him, they don't care about him either. They just record.
That's crazy.
Acting strange. Y'all, look at this video. And y'all tell me, is this the Kodak y'all know? Your man's is tweaking out, eating chicken.
Free advertisement, you over there recording the wrong thing. Take a seat next to him, take a seat
Look
next
at
to
him,
him.
y'all.
Enjoy that phone, enjoy that. Take a seat next to him, better.
Shit sad, man. He said, Yabba Dabba Doom. Man, y'all cannot tell me that's the normal Kodak. This man was yapping like yabba dabba doo. Y'all seen all the head movements and shit. Come on, y'all. He tweaking. Y'all, pray for Kodak, man.
Here are some of the...
And that is who the music industry, the powers that be, choose to put at the top and influence the young generation. You know how many conscious rappers are out there that are talking positive and, you know, talking how to get through the hard times instead of get to the being famous and popping pills and doing whatsoever with these females and doing all that. The powers that be want that, unfortunately. And those are the type of people that are playing in our young kids' AirPods. That.
Things currently being built. So California is building a high-speed rail for $100 billion that will connect major cities across the state with a fast, efficient transportation system. Kuwait is vying for tourism with its $130 billion Silk City currently being built, including the world's tallest building called the Burj Mubarak, which would stand 200 meters taller than the Burj Khalifa. A new international space station is being built for $250 billion that will be state-of-the-art and contain commercial activities and robust scientific research. Neom City in Saudi Arabia is being built with $500 billion budget, incorporating smart cities, advanced robotics, and significant construction like the Line, which can host 9 million people. Alongside this will be the Gulf Railway, connecting these countries for $250 billion to ensure seamless travel. Microsoft and OpenAI are planning to build a $100 billion data center called Stargate in the US to build never-before-seen supercomputers. But finally, the most expensive project on the horizon is the $600 billion Trans-European Transport Network, which will connect the entire European continent with a combination of railways, airports, waterways, and roads.
Ain't no cruises to Africa. Ain't no cruises to the sweet motherland that y'all run into, Tanzania and Ghana.
It's not one cruise ship going that way. That's why so many of you all had to get on a plane.
Because you didn't come over on the boat.
That's right.
What happened was...
I want you to get the hell out of my office. No. Right now. You can't do this. I don't care about you filming. Like I told you, I'm not seeing you. I am not... Take that ridiculous hat off if you want to be seen by you. Keep recording, baby. Keep recording. I don't care about her recording.
This is insane.
What's insane is you come in my office. I have the right not to see you. The right? Yes. Read the laws that just passed, honey. Take the ridiculous hat off if you want me to see you. Okay, well, he can be sick. He can stay sick. He can remain sick. You in that recording can get the hell out too.
You do not talk to my wife like that.
Sit down. Who you think you is? That you think that you got that hat on? You somebody? I'm somebody. You need me. I don't need you. I don't need you.
You just put your hands on me. That's a lawsuit.
No,
that's a lawsuit. You can see me when I come in here. I got insurance. I'll pay for my insurance, and you go see me, or you go and get someone else and tell them to come and see me.
Let's get this clear. You want me to touch on you when you want me to touch on you. You want me to see you, don't you? I'm gonna have to touch you then, right? Answer that. You want me to see you? You want me to touch you?
John Blitt.
Now, how many of you guys right now are typing saying how ridiculous that was? That was fake, y'all. That was fake. Newsflash, breaking news. Things like that go viral on TikTok are fake. You know how I know it's fake? Because that lady would lose her doctorate. She would lose everything. And where's all the MAs coming in trying to calm her down? You know, where's the staff that works there like, hey, calm down? Like, nobody, right? That's how division starts in this country, because so many people, I read the comments on that, so many people fell for it, sink, line, and hook. They fell for it. I'm sure some of you guys were typing too, probably still typing, calling me an idiot, that's legit. That was fake, y'all. That was fake. And unfortunately, those things that are fake and the fake pranks and all that go viral, and these people become millionaires for doing stuff that's not actual facts. It's sad. I guess that's what you got to do to get famous, right?
This interview was fascinating.
What happened to him?
He believes that he was potentially abducted even as a child. He would see them outside his window just staring in. And then as an adult, said I would do this bike ride because the pressure of my job was just intense. This one bike ride, there are 5 hours unaccounted for. He said my wife called the police, and it's almost like I just like closed my eyes and opened them. And he's like, it was just a little darker outside. And he said he was the most tired he's ever been. And then he went into a gas station, chugged so much Gatorade, walked out, and the police are like, hey, are you John or whatever? He's like, yeah. He's like, okay, well, you've been missing. Your wife wife called in. They're concerned about you. Can we give you a ride home?
And he couldn't remember anything besides that.
So no, but then he talks about there was one night he was visited. He said the only way I could describe it was a giant praying mantis, but it could speak to me telepathically.
Tim Alberino talked about him.
Yeah, he did.
Insectoline.
But he talked about this thing was speaking with him telepathically and basically along the lines of like, stop squirming, let us do our test. We can never hurt your soul. And then he woke up, said, I noticed on my arm 3 bruises inside my arm, like something had grabbed.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yo. Mic's on, mic's on. Look, it does the same thing.
Like 2 planes just crashed into one another on a runway in Scottsdale, Arizona, and 1 person was killed. And I'm just wondering, at what point are we going to start asking why these planes keep crashing and crashing into one another, and now crashing into one another before they even leave the ground, or as soon as they get on the ground? What's going on? What's wrong with communication? God bless America.
We had
Like, did you guys see the video of it? It was just a plane going straight, didn't fly off the ground. It just literally, one plane was over here, just in stationary. I think we might have it on this clip. If not, it's on tomorrow's video. And then this plane was just going full speed. Boom. Like, that one, I can't explain that one. Can't explain it.
another plane incident as 2 planes crashed in Scottsdale, Arizona, leaving 1 unalived and 4 in the hospital. So a spokesperson for the Federal Aviation Administration told a reporter on Fox News that a plane was going to land when it veered off and it hit another plane. So apparently this happened around 2:45 p.m. in Arizona. But I'm not understanding, once again, how does this happen, y'all? It's too many plane incidents going on. And their favorite thing is to say is, I don't know what happened. I really don't know what went wrong. And as you can see, the weather is perfectly fine right here. I mean, accidents happen, y'all. I'm not saying they don't. But come on, it is becoming a normal thing. So as of right now, rightfully so, the airport is closed. My heart goes out to the people that was affected by this crash. And y'all, man, I just hope this shit stop, because it seems like it's becoming normal. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. I'm out.
The purpose of
Like, what do you guys think's going on with all these planes? What do you guys think? I don't know. Is it the orbs? Is it the drones? Because they just started happening after the attack in New Orleans. Boom. Now planes started happening. Since that one plane incident, now it's happening constantly.
entertainment is to control minds. The whole purpose of propaganda, which is informational warfare, is to do what? Destroy the consciousness, so you never have to go to war with the people. If I can control what you think, I never have to fight you. If I can convince you that standing up to me is the worst thing you could ever do in your life, if I can convince you that I am invincible, you'll never want to fight me. That's why they spend more money on misinformation than they do in the military. And you see how much money they spend on the military. They spend more money on misinformation than they do in the military. And let us be clear about something. You only have about 6 media companies. 95% of everything you see, 95% of everything you read, 95% of everything you hear is either coming to you through Disney, Sony, Time Warner, Bertelsmann, Rupert Murdoch News Group, and I'm leaving one out. 6 companies control 95% of all the media in the world. And you wonder why they control our athletes, they control our celebrities, they control what we think. Whoever controls the information controls the world. And what are the most important aspects of information? It is the images and the sound. The brain is ruled by what it sees and what it hears.
They're sticking together against their beef with Drake, and she's coming out Crip walking. Crips are gang members, and they got this little certain dance, and Serena Williams is doing it on stage. This is her little, see, I'm still ghetto, I'm still from California. Yes, I married a white billionaire, but I'm really ultra black, and I can Crip walk, and I'm part of this whole mentality of gang banging and black on black conflict. And this is the real us. And if white America would just let us be us.
This shit just got real. Y'all, I gotta admit, I was wrong about the halftime performance. I'm man enough to admit that. Somebody threw me for a loop. They was saying things like he was going to choose the other side because they allowed him to do the Super Bowl. But that's not the way it turned out, y'all. Now, don't get me wrong. The performance aspect was a solid 6. But a lot of people wasn't here for the performance. They were here for the message. And that's what I was there for. And I was hoping that he didn't pick the wrong side. And he clearly didn't. We all know what's going on in America. And he highlighted it, especially for us people. Just take a look at the people on the floor, y'all. I'm not going to say what they're representing, but you can see from the picture what they're representing. We all know there's a certain set of people that's going around different states waving flags, marching. Y'all, I'm going to do a full breakdown on everything Kendrick was trying to say. So y'all stay tuned.
Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. How would they know?
Whales and dolphins are the only ones that attack sharks. A lot of people don't know that. Or they might know that, but do you know why? Sharks are not natural animals. They are man-made animals, which is why they swim through the waters, eating everything, because that's what they were created to do. They're not natural. Sharks didn't always exist. And the nomos, the orcas and killer whales and dolphins are the protectors of the waters. This is why they attack sharks. So you have to think, since our planet fell in frequency, you have a lot of these Caucasians, these human beings, and not just Caucasians, because there are black people involved in this that have hunted these whales down for oil, spearfishing, game, right? And not just the whales, all of the animal kingdom. And with the orcas being protectors of the animal kingdom, they were just waiting to be unleashed. So we hit 2020, the Kundalini energy is rising on the planet. Everything is returning to nature. Everything is going back to a warm state because positive energy is warm. Cool energy is negative. The colder it is, the more negative it is. The warmer it is, the more positive it is. Right? So the nomos are being activated.
60% of the fires are validated to be started by the homeless camps. They have the highest homeless rate in the country. Nobody's even close. And they've spent like $38 billion to prevent homelessness. And now those people have homes. They've started fires. The people that have homes can't get fire insurance.
Can we talk about the Super Bowl just one more time this year? But this isn't about the game, and yes, I can admit when I was wrong, I thought the Chiefs were going to win. No, this is about this commercial where Chris Pratt and Chris Helmsworth and Kris Jenner are looking for a banana. Interesting timing. Why do I say interesting timing, you ask? Well, let me tell you. First, why don't we look at this picture where Chris is doing this funny little hymn symbol. I never know what that means. And where Chris and Chris and Chris in C is the third letter of the alphabet. So 3 and 3 and 3. Imagine how that happens. Coincidence, I'm sure. Well, let's get back to this. See, there's a video that's been circulating around. Well, I'll just let you listen for a second.
I'm going to show you guys why I believe that Chris Pratt is a female to male trans man, and also we're going to cover Chris Hemsworth as well.
Kind of curious, right? Especially since these two guys are paired up for a commercial with someone who we know that was married to a trans man. And the entire commercial is them looking for a banana. Now, if you're new to this entire theory that a lot of men are women and women are men, especially in the celebrity and political areas, well, then you just haven't researched enough. Here's a good place you can start. Oh, and I'd use the search engine Yandex. Don't go to Google. They lie to you. In credit where credit is due, go follow this count on the FB. She's the one that has that video circulating around. But of course, all this is for entertainment purposes. I'm sure they would never put an ad in the Super Bowl directly mocking how dumb they think we all are, that we have no idea that they're
Watch this, y'all.
There will come the time, and it's not going to take long, where a natural separation is going to take place. A natural separation. The ones that are able to read the signs, that are able to go with what is happening, to adapt to the changes this world is bringing to us, they will move on to another world. They will move on to another area, to another cycle of us humans being right now here on the earth. And other people that are unwilling, unable, maybe incapable of adapting to the coming changes. It is simple like this. They will stay with the old world, which is about to end.
Which is about to end. If you didn't know, timeline splitting is the idea that a timeline can be divided into multiple branches or streams. This can happen in a variety of contexts, including spirituality, video games, and consciousness.
And have you guys noticed? I know with me, I've been seeing it, a lot of positivity separating from negativity, including myself. A lot of, I don't want to say it, because it hits close to home, but a lot of things I used to look past a lot, saw it, but looked past it and still did the thing. I separated like that. I separated from the negativity and went this way. And I'm seeing it with a lot of, things that are super into that. I'm trying not to say something, y'all. It's close to home, touchy subject, but I'm seeing a lot of changes happening, a lot of waking up happening, a lot of positivity, a lot of new that's been negative, waking up and becoming positive and separating from that negative. Have you guys noticed that at all? Have you noticed it in your life? Even with me, as simple as like craving nonsense, junk food, pizza, burgers, chips. It's kind of going away now. It's going away. I don't know if it's because of the baby. I know if I eat these things, I'm going to pay for it at night when I have to wake up 2 times every night to feed the baby, and I'm going to be, dozing off. I don't know if that has more to do with it, but, a new thing has come into my life and a bad thing is going away from my life. And it's happening a lot that I'm seeing close to me, around me, a lot of positivity breaking away from that negativity. You guys feel that?
It continues, as you can see, arc of space. Who else made an arc to escape wrath or something coming to Earth? Noah did. It's so interesting. This dude, I'm telling you, he knows more about the Bible than he lets off. Who is this man? So there was a commercial that launched, and basically it hinted at the whole idea of an asteroid hitting the Earth and you being able to get off of Earth and go to Mars in this spaceship, but it's just gonna cost you like $1 billion. Woo. Bro, you are not Noah, my guy. And so I'm not sure exactly what Elon thinks, but he's not getting through the firmament, nor is he gonna be able to live on Mars. That's the hope, is that you can escape this asteroid and you can go and live on Mars through this arc of space. No, bro, no. Do not trust nothing this dude puts out. I understand his Starlink is gonna get you some service in certain places where you won't have service. I get it, right? If you're going in the mountains, you want service. I understand it, trust me. But I'm just saying, don't trust Brody. Don't trust him.
There's a lot of Elon Musk fans in the CaveFam. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. I have my opinion about him. You have your opinion about him. That's what makes the world go round. We can disagree and still be okay. But I see a lot of people are seeing, seeing the Elon Musk trend, and I don't really like where it's going, y'all.
Galactically big going on, and they're all aware of it, and all of this connects. It's actually the same. So in order to be able to understand all this, we need to go back. And we'll come right back to this, which just happened. She also performed at the Super Bowl. Right before the Olympics, we had these really crazy crop circles at no other place but Stonehenge. Out of all places, I know, it's crazy. And you remember the theme of the Olympics, right? But first, this discovery was also made 1 month before. All this stuff is starting to line up, right? And also that same exact month, the moon started showing the empty part and doing this crap. All in the same month. Then of course we had the Olympic show with the praying mantis right in front of the gray alien performing. Mantis here was known to the natives and he always popped up before the grays came. Stay with me. And what was the shirt that Jim Carrey just popped out wearing? Yeah, the praying mantis. We've all heard the story of how it came to be, right? They almost look identical, huh?
Not her. Him.
Hey, what's up, dude? You're an alien? All famous people are aliens.
So then the mantis makes an appearance right here when he says that all celebrities are aliens. And then we have SZA who just performed at the Super Bowl. Then she releases her extended album. Don't give me the butterfly crap, it's a praying mantis. Because just like the native legend, the demonic meat suits are about to make an appearance. These are allegedly real. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. And every single one of these people know about it. It's a screenplay. Nah, I'm just being stupid.
Check this out, y'all. Just flicks a cigarette out there.
Breaking news, you guys, and the wheels keep on turning. A powerful 8.0 magnitude earthquake just struck the fault line in the Caribbean near the Cayman Islands. Now, some people are saying 7.6 and some people are saying 8.0, but nonetheless, it was a major powerful earthquake, and people throughout the whole Caribbean are saying that they felt this. And right before that, there was a 4.3 earthquake that struck just to the north of it, you guys. So the whole Caribbean is getting rocked. So far, and I don't know how high the percentage, there is a tsunami threat for Colombia, Haiti, Puerto Rico, Saba, and Aruba. Y'all, I try to find any videos of this and I only came across this. Check this out. So of course this happened in the middle of the ocean, right? In the Cayman Islands, right? So the only thing I was able to find was a cruise ship that felt the earthquake, and they were rocking irregularly. As you can see over here, the pool is rocking back and forth. Check this out.
Okay, so I'm on Enchantment of the Sea, and we had an earthquake at 6:37 down around the Greece area tonight in the Caribbean, and I came up here to see, because it feels like we're rocking and rolling quite a bit, but you can see the water in the pool moving some, but not that much.
So they're rocking and rolling. You can see that there's nobody on top. But she felt the boat rock, and then she was like, hold on, we have an earthquake? And she posted a video. But an earthquake down here, y'all, things are getting crazy. Anybody in the Caribbean felt this? Please let us know down in the comments below. The shift is here, y'all. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
They're finding caves in the Amazon that were inhabited 30,000 years ago, way before people thought that people were supposed to be in the Amazon. And so the Amazon is very likely the fertile crescent of high culture, or throughout South America, and then it carries up to Central America as well. A lot of the archaeological work that's done are on sites that are kind of on the edges of the Amazon. People don't go directly to the center and start, doing excavations. So they kind of start on the outside and go in, but they may never make it to the center of the Amazon. And the thing about it is, you're not going to go out into the Amazon and find stone structures in that part of the Amazon because it's all clay on the ground. So what they would do is they'd have these buckets and they'd build like earthen mounds and pyramids in the Amazon, and they would build these canals to each other, and they build these raised streets so that it rains so much so you can walk on a road without it being flooded. They also built their houses on top of mountains, and they built their gardens and farms on top of mountains. And then when it would rain, the little canals and aqueducts that they would build, they had these little boats, and they would sail to other cities in the center of the Amazon through artificial rivers that they had created. And these cities are being found all over the place.
This is the dark reason we all got addicted to processed foods.
Watch
In 1985, tobacco giant R.J. Reynolds bought Nabisco Foods. Tobacco pioneer Philip Morris bought General Foods, and 3 years later, Kraft Foods.
Do y'all see where this is leading?
Foods, making them the largest food producer in North America.
Big Tobacco is in charge of the food in America.
And leaving the business of food in the capable hands of the same corporations who helped addict us to tobacco. Using the same tactics they used to promote tobacco, food companies set about peddling the entire planet a diet of processed goods, loaded with chemicals and additives, masquerading as food.
Virtually, no matter how healthy you try to be, everything we eat is processed.
Like, just think about how crazy this is. The cigarette companies that are already like evil, putting things in there that cause things to make us deteriorate, right? Think about they bought food that's going to off us in the long run terribly, but we're going to put something in there that's addicting so that they keep eating it, even though they know that this stuff is very bad for everybody. But this is what we want. That is just dark, dark, dark.
This new machine operates with specific targets in mind, like addicting consumers.
Stay weird.
Without them knowing.
When did the Chinese land on the moon?
I have no idea.
2013. Did you ever see the video?
No.
So the Chinese landed on the moon in 2013, and they released a video for it. But pretty quick, that video was taken down, and they said, no, it's just because it was so bad. It was so fake. Because they didn't have, Kubrick, You need a better production staff and better cameras if you guys want to fake this.
Yeah.
I basically talked about CNN and Fox, and I said, I don't want to be here because everything I say on here is going to be a lie. I said, it's not me lying. It's the fact that they can edit and they can do whatever they want with it. They can build narratives out of whatever. Just like this show right here. If somebody only listens to a snippet that you put out there, depending on what snippet you put, you could paint me as an evil, bad person. Or you could paint me as a really good person. Or you could paint me as one of the coolest SEALs that ever lived. I don't want to do this anymore. Because I don't believe what you guys are peddling on either side.
The sad thing is, you cannot fix stupidity. And that's what's happening here.
Cognitive dissonance.
I stumbled upon over a decade ago was an underground military base that was a cloning facility. Like, we're talking stereotypical sci-fi vibes, like the tubes, like the giant test tubes with the people in it. And I just saw the same celebrity 3 times in 2 different test tubes. Yeah.
They were doing it to people, and this was 10 years ago?
2 people, 10 years ago.
When you have mucus in the nasal passage, it is sinusitis. When you have mucus in the bronchial tubes, it's bronchitis. When you have mucus in the lungs, it's pneumonia. But now if you have mucus where, for you to have Alzheimer's, where is the mucus? We have to remove the mucus from out of the system, especially the brain, but then we have to feed the brain. That's where biochemistry comes into play. Now, what is the brain composed of? Copper and carbon. That is what produces electricity. It's simple.
Then the real Hollywood came.
All the producers, the musicians, the designers.
Do you believe in God? I don't know what that God is.
Every time I'm about to release an album, I always lose somebody close to me. My pops, it was James, it was my sister, like, for some strange reason, man, you know what I'm saying? If y'all notice, every time I put out an album, it's like I lose somebody. Like I lost my pops with my first album, I lost Yams with my second album.
Comment book to learn more about consciousness.
Damn. What I didn't understand is why are they trying to stop them 30 yards from where the pileup is? Why ain't they like a mile down the road telling people slow down, and then they're gonna start slowing down. Hopefully, they're like 30 yards from where the pileup is to slow down.
Well, I don't know why that's funny. I mean, did you have any in-person briefings? I don't find it funny at all. I'm sorry, a little note of levity at 7:15. Well, I mean, the reason I say it's not funny is because it went well into the night when our folks on the ground were still in danger. So I don't think it's funny to ask you if you were alone the whole night.
I mean, shutting your phone off doesn't even work, right?
The thing with shutting your phone off that is a risk is, how do you know your phone's actually turned off? When I was in Geneva working for the CIA, we would all carry like drug dealer phones. And the reason why was just because they had
removable
backs where you could take the battery out, right? But now your phones are all sealed, right? You can't take the batteries out. So I am as careful as I can, and I use things like Faraday cages.
Your phone never fully stops tracking. A privacy pouch blocks all signals. No calls, no GPS, no data. Stay in control.
Ground beef. What's in it? I bet you don't know this. The government allows up to 18% of defects, they call it, in ground meat. That includes roaches, flies, larvae, insects of any kind, maggots, rats, mice, and probably the occasional finger or two. I doubt they're going to throw away a 300-pound batch of ground beef because somebody lost a tip of their finger in the grinder. I'm just saying. Sweep that under the rug and put that in sausage. This applies to ground turkeys, ground porks, ground chickens, and anything made in the sausage. Sausages, hot dogs, that's a whole nother ball game. No pun intended.
For a long time.
I've never hunted. I wish I grew up hunting because I would love to just have some elk, some, different types of animals that's fresh, make my own ground beef, make my own sausage. But I didn't grow up that way. I know it's never too late to start, but I've only shot a gun once, you know what I mean? And I'm sure I could learn it and perfect it. Not perfect it, but, get good enough to go out there. But shout out to all the hunters out there, y'all. Y'all got it made right now.
I used to say, before doing what I did, what happened? Why aren't we moving forward? Today's announcement sends a clear signal to the world that we are restoring America's proud legacy of leadership in space. At some point in the future, we're going to look back and say, how did we do it without space? The Vice President will serve as the Council's chair. The privatization of certain aspects is going to play a very crucial role, don't you think? They are truly into it. I will say that's not easy because everybody wants to be on this board. People that you wouldn't have believed loved what we're doing so much. They want to be some of the most successful people in the world want to be on this board. The human soul yearns for discovery. By unlocking the mysteries of the universe, we unlock truths within ourselves. That's true. Our journey into space will not only make us stronger and more prosperous, but will unite us behind grand ambitions and bring us all closer together. Wouldn't that be nice? Can you believe that space is going to do that? I thought politics would do that. Well, we'll have to rely on space instead. Every launch into the skies is another step forward toward a future where our differences seem small.
Well, here
it's so crazy that that dude was on the moon, that famous moon landing, came out, said it's fake, said we're never there, and so many people call him a government shill. He's crazy. Or so many videos I react to, like, government shill, he's not real, he's not right. Who is, right? Who is? I guess we'll never know. I guess everyone's a government shill when you get to a certain level of success.
The most cursed images you'll ever see, and the longer you look at it, the more cursed it gets. Like right away you say, okay, it's a receipt from a shop in the North Tower of the World Trade Center from 9/11, but that's actually not the creepiest part. If you look at the timestamp, 8:55 a.m., this is 9 minutes after the first plane hit the tower where this shop is located. The purchase, probably the last thing ever bought from the World Trade Center, was made by a journalist, Joanne Lippman. Her office at the Wall Street Journal was just across the street from the North Tower. She went over there to shop at Lecter's Housewares to get something for her daughter. While she was in there, the plane struck the tower, but that was not audible from within the store. She said she just heard a commotion and there was a lot of people kind of leaving the building and running around in the street. So she took her stuff up to the counter, and the cashier actually said, I think we're supposed to leave or evacuate or something. And she was like, sure, but ring me up first. I really need these refrigerator magnets for my daughter. And in her defense, she said, it's New York. You know, there are commotions in the street sometimes. They probably thought it was a car accident or something. And so she bought her magnets for $10.83, paid cash, and walked out, having no idea that she was going to walk into a changed world.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Bill Gates bought 24,000 acres of land outside of Buckeye, Arizona back in 2020? I mean, he also bought 2,800 acres in Buckeye, like within the county, back in 2020. This was, of course, for his Smart City initiative. Yeah, it seems like they maybe were thinking about building a smart city in Arizona. Actually, there's another billionaire, the owner of Diapers.com, who was saying Phoenix, Arizona might be a great candidate for a smart city. Now, I guess it'd be kind of crazy if Allstate and State Farm were currently canceling wildfire policies for residents of Arizona. And I guess Phoenix, Arizona has just been labeled like a high-risk area for wildfires. That's kind of weird. And I guess it might be crazy. God, that sounds very familiar. I can't quite put my finger on it though, but God, I guess it's just probably a crazy coincidence, guys. Don't worry about it.
Haunted ER? We're gonna go. Haunted ER, haunted ER. I'm gonna go too. Oh my God, my head is huge. Chloe, so I can't even... Huh? You nervous? Why are you nervous?
Because it's hard.
Are you nervous?
Yes. I want to training.
Oh, it's a train down here.
Put it here.
It's still weird though.
It's weird. Nah, look at him.
That's so weird.
No. Never make the same one.
Oh, that's freaky. Let's go. Thanks. Ooh, yes, it did. It did. How did you not see that? Oh, okay.
Ooh. As one of the nurses walks further into the room, a hospital curtain suddenly moves on its own. The nurse, terrified beyond belief, bolts out of the room at full speed, feeling completely unsettled. But then, within seconds of this happening, a cane mysteriously falls on its own. The soul was sitting.
I know when I was at the hospital having the baby, there was times I had to, go out at night, the emergency or the main entrance was closed. So you have to go out to the emergency. So you'd have to walk through, the hospital where there's nobody at. And it feels a little eerie in there. You feel like you're not the only one in there. When I was the only one in there, going up and down the elevators, going to the emergency, like to get a DoorDash because we're hungry, or, it was, the hospital's a trip, yo. It did feel, eerie in there when I was walking through the halls by myself.
And develop. So if you're not here developing your talent, your skills that they talk about in the Bible, and they talk about in your Quran, then you ain't did the life right, so you got to keep on coming back. That's what I got, mom. But you don't understand about coming back is the time don't exist. So everything is happening now. The past, present, and the future is all connected in every move. So you're just gonna die, come back in another body, but it's all happening right now like a long ass dream, but you just don't understand it. But when you wake up and open all your levels and you vibrate correctly, right? If you vibrate correctly and stay in the dark with meditation, then you can vibrate and get out of hell. That's what I'm about. And that's what Jesus came to everybody. You can get out of here. Everybody like, don't look up, for heaven is within. He kept on pointing to the heart. But they want to tell you to be smart in your brain, but your IQ level don't matter. It's about the heart, because the soul is in the heart. You die, you just don't know it. I died 5 times, right? And I'm telling you, don't go towards the light. I got tricked. I went towards the light, gang. The light bring you back here. Don't go towards the light, because the light is the devil. It's part of their trick. Stop playing.
Call yourself a conspiracy.
Is the light the Vijay? Is that the light that you're seeing, that you're going to? Reborn? Could be, I don't know. What do you guys think? I got a lot of slack for that, saying stuff like that, but the light could be,
Yeah. Well, you better step your game up, because look at the shit I'm finding out. Nicki Minaj is Jay-Z.
She's not the one singing. It's
Check this
actually
out,
the voice of Jay-Z. If you grab a Nicki Minaj song and pitch it down, I've got an example.
It
You can
sounds like
actually
Jay-Z.
hear Jay-Z.
He might
sell coke. He always in the air, but he never fly couch. Yes, I did. Somebody please tell him who the F I is.
Oh,
what?
All right, it's a little eye opener.
He's
And guess what I found? That there's only one disease. Not two, not three, one. What did you say? I said, Your Honor, there's only one disease. The judge said, what is it? I said, you already know. She said, try me. I said, Your Honor, when someone has sinusitis, what is obstructing the nasal passage? She said, mucus. And when another has bronchitis, what is obstructing the bronchial tubes? She said, mucus. And when another has pneumonia, what's covering the cells of the lungs? She said, mucus. Dr. Victor Herbert jumped up and said, and what about AIDS? Yeah. I said, well, he asked about what about AIDS? He want to know where the mucus. I said, Your Honor, have you been to an AIDS ward? She said, yes. I said, what is it that the AIDS spits up every 5 minutes? She said, mucus. Where is the mucus? It's in the skin, it's in the blood, and the lymphatic system that makes up the immunological system. That is where you find the mucus, Mr. Victor Herbert.
It's time to take control of your health. Come with me to discover the basic principles that will empower you to have the vibrant life you have been hoping and praying your whole life.
This is breaking news from around the world that you definitely have not heard of. In southern China, a perfectly preserved embryo was found inside a fossilized dinosaur egg. It dates back 72 to 66 million years ago and sheds light on the link between dinosaurs and modern birds. From head to tail, it measures 27 centimeters or 10.63 inches. NASA announced that its Parker Solar Probe was the first Minecraft to ever touch the sun by flying through its corona or upper atmosphere. Here are images that it took that were transformed into a 13-second time-lapse of what it looks like on the surface. The first true millipede has just been discovered in Australia. Scientists named it Eumillipes persephone and is said to live 200 feet underground, has no eyes, and 1,306 legs.
Do they talk about how it happens?
How does one get possessed?
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course. 100%. And the two biggest ways are dabbling in the occult and...
What does that mean?
Playing with demonic things, Ouija boards, going to a psychic, tarot cards, or actual occult worship of the devil. Those are pretty much immediate open doors that you're gonna have demons come right in.
Psychics are demonic.
Yeah, they're not channeling your dead relatives. When somebody says, well, the psychic told me my mother shared this with me when I was 10, and nobody ever knew that but us. So it has to be my mom, except for the demons in the room who also heard it. And now they're impersonating your mother. If your mother's in heaven, she's having a good day. She doesn't want to come back and visit you. As much as mothers love their children. If she's in purgatory, she needs our prayers to get her moved into heaven. And if she's in hell, there's no getting out. It's not your mother.
Wow.
They can put up a good show, and it's very, they can also place thoughts in our minds, and they can manipulate our emotions. And when you have that trifecta, the person is 100% believes it's their mother. So like after the Civil War, these charlatans came up with these talking boards that they were going around and visiting all the widows saying, I can contact your dead husband, the soldier who died. If you, can pay me this amount, we can do it with this talking board. And they made a lot of money off of these poor widows. And then that eventually became what was being known as the Ouija board, which was bought by Hasbro, a toy company. And they're based in Salem, Massachusetts, the capital of witchcraft. And the first year they went to market, the #1 board game was Monopoly. And that year, Ouija boards outsold Monopoly by 1 million boards. So it was embraced by the culture, like fast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's opening a portal right into hell.
Interesting.
I do not have the same opportunity as you. I know I don't. And you know and that I know too. What, Scott? And you know that. Let me just tell you about me. I'm gonna let you finish, but I want to answer this. I'm not talking about how you feel. I'm talking about how I feel. Me, a black woman in this country.
But not in this city.
And I will run. And if you want,
I'm a New Yorker, not in this city. You cannot say that. You can't say that in this city.
I'm not talking about New York. I'm talking about actually
let her finish.
right here. I got a law degree, a master's, and 2 bachelors. Probably more education than all of y'all added up together on this table, right? And I have always been the least paid person on payroll at every institution I have worked in. And it's not
Even
because...
in the White House?
Even in the White House.
Well, whose fault is that? I don't think you worked for George W. or Trump.
Well, guess what happened when I was there? DEI. Scott.
Look.
He got her with that one, huh? Even in the White House? Yeah. Who were you working for?
Hey, they're doing it over here. Look. Hey, look.
What are these? Are these
What
like
is
drones
this?
or something?
Read, by the way. Wait, read BTWM?
Between, fold. You read between the lines, I'm guessing?
Oh yeah, read between the lines.
I like to solve the question.
What the fuck?
Read between the lines. Yeah, they're saying fuck you. Fuck my vocabulary is sitting there. It says read between the lines. Why don't you be an L? Bang, baby. Got him.
That's weird. Whoa, what?
Read between the lines.
How are they doing that? Read between the lines. Oh, the lies. Lies. Read between the lines. What the Oh, shit. Hell no.
And what else? The hashtag.
Hashtag. Read between the lines.
Whoa. Hashtag.
Party.
Yeah, paradise.
Yep. Hashtag paradise, yep.
What are these, y'all?
Paradise of Hulu, that's crazy.
By the way, 2025, there is going to be a phenomenon on Earth like never before. 2025. Write the date down. Okay. Just so I don't forget. Let me just say it quickly. Everybody will see it. It will be a visible thing. What I was made to see when I saw it, it was something that is visible, but a vision has its interpretation. So I will come and interpret it another time. But let me just tell you now. When I saw something very strange, I was there, and all of a sudden, the Lord, my spirit saw something, and I saw the year. It was like light, some strange phenomenon that just covered the whole earth. Okay, I will explain it further.
Okay, now let's get back to business. So the Pentagon, right, just removed these major news outlets, right, from their own personal building at Washington, D.C. Did y'all hear that? The Pentagon removed these major news outlets, CNN, NBC, NYT, and more. So the Pentagon decided to start this new program called the New Media Rotation Program, where every week they're going to replace, every week they're going to replace these news outlet companies and put on different ones.
The Pentagon has removed major news organizations like the New York Times and NBC from their in-house offices as part of a new media rotation program. But what is that? Let me explain. On January 31st, the United States Department of Defense sent out a memo titled the New Annual Media Rotation Program for Pentagon Press Corps. The memo announced it would be removing news organizations that have had offices in the Pentagon for years and that they must vacate to make room for new organizations. The memo centers around office spaces dedicated to news organizations that work in the Pentagon, known as the Correspondence Corridor. These are office spaces loaned by the Secretary of Defense. The goal of the Corps...
And things are getting weirder day by day. Why does the Pentagon have their own personal news outlet at the Pentagon, and their own personal building? Why is that? You guys ever seen Wag the Dog? You ever seen that movie? And things are going to get a lot more interesting.
All right, family. There you have today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you made it this far, you know what to do. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Hope you guys have been enjoying the content, been getting consistent with it, been feeling good, been having fun. It's crazy. I thought a baby was going to slow me down, but it made me hungrier and made me even better. So hope you guys have been enjoying the content we've been putting out. You guys saw that little post I put the other day. Didn't the baby look just like me? My mom sent that. Well, when I sent her their first picture, my mom's like, oh my God, he looks just like you. I don't remember what I looked like when I was a baby. I've seen pictures, but I just don't remember it. But when she sent me it, I was like, holy crap, same face, everything. Yeah, so it's a trip, y'all. It's a trip. But anyways, I hope everyone has a good day out there. Ugly out here, ugly weather. My American flagpole out there ripped off the roof. Terrible wind out here, dusty, dirty. It's going to be like that for the next couple of days. But my mom's coming out here. My sister and my niece are coming out here on Sunday. I can't wait. It's going to be nice. My sister and my niece haven't seen the baby yet. They haven't even seen our new house yet. So I'm excited for them to come out here and check it out. It's going to be a nice couple of days. They're coming out here Sunday, leaving Wednesday. So it's going to be nice to have the family out here visiting. And then my mom and dad are going to come back out here for my birthday in March, and then we're going to go out there for Easter. So it's going to be a busy next few months, and I'm looking forward to it, y'all. A lot of family time that I miss. You know, I miss my family. I moved away from them last year, so it's nice that you know, it's always nice when I get to see them, and it's always nice when I get to go to my home state, right? You don't know what you got till it's gone. Like when I'm driving down my old street, my Dysart, my Bullard, my Estrella Parkway, by where my apartment was, like you don't realize what you got till it's gone. Like I just enjoy so much driving down my old streets, driving to my old hangouts, just driving by. I'm the type of person that I still cruise around my neighborhood every time I go to Arizona. Even when I was out there, I would go cruise through my old neighborhood and just relive the memories. I always say, like, I'm probably the only one out of all my friends that still drive around the block, right? I still drive around the neighborhood. So, you know, all you people that are in your hometown, man, don't take it for granted, because when you're away from it, you don't know what you got till it's gone. And there's no place like home. Driving down those old streets brings back a lot of memories, a lot of happiness, y'all. But anyways, I got to get going, y'all. Mama Bear's probably pissed off that I've been in here for an hour reacting. So this is Segovia. I'm signing out of the man cave. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow on another video, y'all. Make sure you guys leave some love. Love you guys. Later.